1998년 설립되어 현재 전 세계 검색 시장의 80%를 차지하며 인터넷 검색 엔진 분야의 최고로 평가받는 기업 구글. 구글은 빠른 성장에 힘입어 현재는 검색 서비스 외에도 지메일, PC 운영체제와 모바일 영역까지 사업을 확장하고 있는데요. 올 1월부터는 방송통신위원회와 손을 잡고 창의적 스타트업 생태계 조성에도 앞장서고 있습니다. 지난주에는 구글과 키사가 함께 손을 잡고 국내 최대 규모의 글로벌 IT 스타트업 컨퍼런스인 비론치 2011을 공동 개최했는데요. 스타트업 기업들의 세계화를 돕는 구글. 이스라엘 신사업 총괄팀장인 재친챙. 그와의 만남 지금부터 함께 보시죠.
My name is 재친챙. I work with Google in Tel Aviv, Israel. I work on a team called New Business Development, and one of the things that we do is work with our global entrepreneurship team to help incubate startups globally.
So you work at the Google right now. So do you or Google support the startup group? If so, why and how?
Yeah, absolutely. Google started off life in a garage, as you might know, and so while now people think of Google as this big global company, actually it had a startup background, right? And so we're very fond of entrepreneurs in general, and we do our best globally to support entrepreneurs. We're also looking at supplying entrepreneurs with a mentoring network that's in their locality where they can have access to Google mentors. On the funding side, we have a separate arm that's not that's separate from entrepreneurship outreach, and that's Google Ventures. They primarily do investments in the U.S., and they also have an incubator model where startups that they invest in can come co-locate with Google Ventures.
전 세계에서 가장 창업이 활발한 것으로 알려진 스타트업 국가 이스라엘. 재친챙은 이스라엘 현지 스타트업들의 멘토 역할을 맡고 있는데요. 비론치 2012에서 열린 고잉 글로벌 세션에서는 이스라엘 벤처 기업들의 강점에 대한 이야기를 들려주었습니다.
The idea of business startup is one of the hottest issues around the globe. In particular, Israel is very well known for new startup business. Why is that?
If the founding fathers of this country, Israel, can create a country from the ground up, then I can create a business from the ground up. So there's a real mentality of, do it yourself, make it happen, and then you combine that cultural aspect with some of the technological training. So the universities, of course, in Israel are very strong in engineering and computer science. And then there's a whole element of how the compulsory military service helps to feed technological development and advancement. So,
what about Israel government support?
From the government standpoint, they do a lot to facilitate startups. Here in Korea, there are government agencies also like KISA and KCC that are also attempting to help startups in this space.
All right. So as an experienced mentor, what can Korean startup groups do to improve their business?
It has to do with the intersection of language and culture.
Right, that's important.
Right, and Korean, I think, has been very successful in exporting certain elements of the Korean culture. But unless you're exporting Korean culture, then it becomes important to speak the language and thereby have the culture of whatever market you're going in.
Is there anything else that you'd like to say to our viewers who may have dreams of pursuing their own startup?
I think in the global economy, unless you're happy with just doing a Korean startup, which is fine, but probably limited. I would say the combination of both having a technical background and doing your best to learn either programming skills or, but then also having English in helping accelerate a startup.
한국 특유의 문화를 살린 세계적인 스타트업 기업, 이제 곧 만나볼 수 있겠죠?
IT.
Korean startups, fighting.
지금까지 구글 이스라엘 팀장 재친챙과의 즐거운 만남이었습니다.